So this is the lowest point here in Death Valley, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but if you look up there on the cliff, it says sea level. It's way up there. I will try to find a sign that will explain how low it really is, because I don't know. It might say down there. Anyway, so it's way up there. So basically the whole thing here could be ocean floor. So why is it called Badwater? Well, probably because the water is really super bad here. It smells. It's really skunky water, as you can see here. You don't really want to go out and take a sip of that. Salty, skunky. In other words, bad water. I just follow the path out here. There's a lot of people from other countries here. Lots of tourists, of course, taking selfies and all that stuff. They say, it's a sign here, they say 282 feet below sea level.
Hey, look.
Let's take a look here. 282 feet, which is 85.5 meter below sea level. That's kind of interesting. And by the way, let's take a look at this really bad water here. Okay, so this is an example of the water area you see here when you come here. People park up here, as you can see, and they have a fence here, and you walk down here, and it looks like the ground is really wet. You can see some footsteps. People have probably hopped out here, but you take a few steps and then you sink down and your shoes will be completely smelly, right? So that's not a good idea. By the way, it's still 117 in the shade here, and that means the temperature out here is just way over that. And they kind of explain the salt flats, how they create themselves in some nice pattern. See a lot of people here walking out. Some of them are actually coming back here now.
Mixed with mud.
Because if you don't really prepare yourself, you will be really dried out. People are hopping, and here's a guy with a selfie stick taking some beautiful pictures, good memories, getting some nice shots, right? Hopefully. All right. Yeah, all right. It's very hard because you can't see the screen. And people walk here all the time, so it looks like a road here, but it's just people walking. And if you take one step to the side here, it will be a totally different story. Look at the ground here. I would just take a small step. Yeah, it's almost like walking on a rock. It's salt and mud and things like that. So the ground is really, really hard. This is the last really warm place, because as soon as you pass this ridge here, you are kind of on the way out from this valley, and the temperature will slowly go down. So this is the last one, and you can see maybe the sign up there, 85 meters up. See the mountain range here, it's just surrounded by this beautiful mountain. So it seems like most international tourists, they come here, They go to Furnace Creek, and they also go to the sand dunes. Plus there are like hundreds of other things to look at, but if you only have one day, you can't see it all. You need many days, and you need many days in different seasons, because many seasons have different things to look at. Right now it's the warm season, and you want to see, you know, things like sand dunes and all that stuff, but keep in mind you are surrounded by big mountains. You could go up there, and it's still Death Valley, but it's going to be 60 degrees or colder, even snow in late spring, and you will freeze to death. So you have two options: freeze to death or burn to death. I will just continue to walk to get the feeling for, you know, this area. You want to come out at least a little bit, leave the typical area here. And here you see some look like a little path of salt going up there. I'm not sure how that has been created. Maybe people walk there or something like that. And everything is white here. And I see there is a guy or somebody walking far out there, half a mile away. Somebody's having a good time, drying up. And then when you come to the end and you have no more water, what do? I mean, you have to go back another half a mile before you can drink. But, you know, they live on the hope, right? They think on that ice cold beer they're going to buy later, of course, right? So that keeps them going. I mean, you don't dry out really that fast, but if you don't compensate, you will feel really weak. And I will go maybe, well, 200 more yards. I'm coming out to an area here that is a little bit more open, and if you look at the ground, you can actually see all the salt here. It's amazing. And here and there you see these small holes. Here's another hole here. Here's one. I don't know how they are created. Here's another one. And you see they are kind of have some moisture. Somebody actually tried to dig it up. Small craters. All right, so I came to the end station here, and oh boy, if you step on this ground here, water is coming up, and the ground is suddenly, you can see some of my footprints here. It's more water under the surface here. So if you want to sink down, see here, here's another footprint, and I feel it right now when I'm standing here. I'm just sinking down. So it's probably safer to go over here. I'm not even sure if you can drive here. I mean, will the car just sink down and disappear? Is that what's happening? Or? I'm not really sure. And this is the place everybody needs to visit. Of course, everybody needs to go here, and it's an easy thing. There is no advanced stuff going on here. Just bring the usual water, walk out, take some pictures, and you'll be fine. And you have this fantastic view up towards Furnace Creek. And if I remember correctly, this is like 15 to 20 miles, something like that, south of Furnace Creek. Alright, so it happened again. I get the message that it's too hot, so we'll see. It will probably die again here. I can't record more. But anyway, you get the picture. Everything is just very beautiful, so come and see this when you pass next time.